Good morning, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the United States Army Dental Activity Vicenza Italy's Change of Command ceremony. Today we are honoring Colonel Ronald F. Flipson, the outgoing commander, who has commanded here since July 1990, and Lieutenant Colonel Patrick H. Moore, who will assume command today. Honored guests for today's ceremony include Major General and Mrs. David J. Barato, the commander of the United States Army Southern European Task Force, and Brigadier General and Mrs. Robert E. Brady, the Deputy Commander for 7th Medical Command. The 102nd Medical Detachment Dental Service is a subordinate element of the United States Army Dental Activity Vicenza Italy. It was first activated on 10 December 1943 as a malaria control unit at the Army Service Forces Unit Training Center, Camp Ellis, Illinois. On 12 July 1944, it was deployed to the Southwest Pacific area. On 5 November 1945, the 102nd was inactivated in the Philippines. On 29 December 1951, the 102nd Malaria Control Detachment was redesignated the 102nd Dental Service Detachment. It was activated on 21 January 1952 at Camp Pope, Louisiana. It was inactivated on 15 August 1952. It was redesignated the 102nd Medical Detachment and activated as Dental Service Detachment on 1 April 1954 in Korea. On 21 February 1955, it was inactivated. On 1 June 1956, it was activated in Japan with the 1st Cavalry Division. It was inactivated on 15 December 1957 in Japan. It was activated on 20 June 1958 with assignment in Germany. On 15 December 1962, it was relieved from assignment to the 549th Medical Center and was further assigned to the 9th Hospital Center. It was reorganized on 21 September 1976 and was assigned under the United States Army Medical Activity, Vicenza, and was co-located with the 45th Field Hospital at Livorno, Italy, with an authorized strength of 1 officer and 1 enlisted. On 16 September 1979, it was reorganized and assigned as a subordinate element of the headquarters United States Army Dental Activities, Vicenza, Italy. On 16 January 1983, it was reorganized under MTONE 8-670-HE106. The headquarters was brought from Camp Darby to be co-located with the headquarters of the United States Army Dental Activity, Vicenza, Italy. The 102nd has served in the following combat periods and/or campaigns and received the following honors. World War II, 24 January 1943 through 31 December 1944, New Guinea. 17 October 1944 through 1 July 1945, Leyte, Philippines. Honors, Philippine President Unit Citation. On behalf of the command, flowers are being presented to the outgoing commander's wife, Mrs. Jackie Flipson, for her dedicated support to the dental activities and outstanding service to the Vicenza community. A CTAB scroll of appreciation is also being presented on behalf of Major General Barato. The traditions and accomplishments of the military unit are embodied in the colors under which that unit serves. The custom of passing the colors has been with us since medieval times. The colors were carried by soldiers into battle and identified them as a unit. While attacking or rallying on the battlefield, the soldiers would follow the colors to the forward edge of battle. When the colors are held high, they are a source of hope and strength for those that will make the ultimate sacrifice for fellow soldiers and country. The passing of colors signifies the transfer of responsibility from the outgoing commander to the incoming commander. The colors begin and end in the hands of the senior enlisted person of the unit, thus symbolizing the continuity, loyalty, and trust placed in her by the commanders. By the authority of Army Regulation 600-20, paragraph 2-3b, the undersigned assumes command of the United States Army Dental Activity, Vicenza, Italy, and the 102nd Medical Detachment Dental Service, effective 6 July 1993. Signed, Patrick H. Moore, Lieutenant Colonel, Dental Corps, Commanding. Ladies and gentlemen, the Deputy Commander for 7th Medical Command, Brigadier General Robert E. Brady.
Chairman, Mrs. Barada, distinguished guests, and I don't know if this is on. Is it on? Good. Men and women of the Dentac, 102nd, ladies and gentlemen. This is a bittersweet moment for Colonel and Mrs. Flipson because they're giving up something that they've had for a long time. No one ever wants to give up the flag. As a matter of fact, I would be absolutely confident if I said when he had the flag in his hand, he wanted to do an about face and run. Because he did not want to pass it to me. And that's just a normal reaction. This June and July, in 7th Medical Command, we have done an enormous number of changes of command, inactivations, and also a couple of activations. It's a very difficult time. It's very difficult for the unit. The unit has had an intense loyalty to its previous commander. Now it is charged with changing that loyalty to a new commander, and that is one of the most difficult things for a unit to do. But the unit will come out of this much better than it went into it, because it will have learned. It will have learned all of the things that Colonel and Mrs. Flipson were able to give it, the guidance, the care, and the love. Now they're going to transfer their loyalties for a short period of time to Colonel Pat Moore and his wife Connie. And as I passed the flag to Pat, I charged him with maintaining the unit in its high state and preparing it for its new commander, Colonel Jim Cartwright, when he gets here within a week to 10 days. That's a very difficult job for Pat to do, but I know he and Connie will do it well, and I appreciate that he and Connie are here to do that. Ron and Jackie, you've done a magnificent job. Thank you on behalf of 7th Medical Command, General Scotty, and myself. We appreciate the fact that you are the farthest most subordinate command from the headquarters, and I must tell you in all honesty, that's not too bad. I can think of many times when I was a commander that I wished I was farther away than I was. But you've done a magnificent job, and I wish you the best of luck, and both of you going on to Madigan, Fort Lewis, where you'll do wonderful things for that Dentac. Ron has made a decision. Ron's decision was that he wanted to go back into clinical dentistry so that he could keep his skills to the high level that he was trained for them to be at. And so he's going back to Madigan to be a pediatric dentist and have the opportunity to go back into the operating room once more and take care of children that he is so well equipped to do. I will make a prediction, and the prediction is that within 1 year's period of time, he will make a phone call to the Career Activities Office and to the Chief of the Army Dental Corps and ask to be put back in a command list. Once you're a commander, you don't like to give it up. This command has been enormously successful over the years, and as it was mentioned in 1979, the 102nd came up here and was firmly integrated into the Dentac. And at that time, a good friend of mine was the commander, Colonel Sid Trawick, and anybody in the United States Army dental care system knows who Colonel Sid Trawick is, followed by many significant commanders that came out of Vicenza, to include Brigadier General Jim Cuddy, Mike Gardner, and now Ron Flipson. And I think that speaks very well of the command climate that's here. Sir, that's a compliment to you. You allow commanders to command, and I think that's very, very appropriate, and sometimes a very hard and difficult thing to do. Ron, you did everything that was expected of you, plus more. You were always there whenever I needed to call you. You were always there to give me advice. And Jackie, I thank you for being by Ron's side at all times. Pat, I wish you the best of luck. Carry on the good things that we've done here, that Ron and Jackie have started. Give Jim Cartwright all the strength that he needs to carry on with this command. Thank you for allowing me and Janet to be here today. We appreciate that. It's not often that Janet has an opportunity to come with me to changes of command. I will say, sir, this is the third time in 2 years I've changed the command down here. But we have enjoyed the opportunity to spend a few days and enjoy the opportunity to be here and be present and participate in the change of command. God bless America.
Ladies and gentlemen, the outgoing commander, Colonel Ronald F. Flipson.
I need to put my cheese in there.
General Mrs. Brado, General Mrs. Brady, friends, and fellow soldiers of the 102nd. I don't know if everyone has been to change of command where you get comfortable cushioned seats, but it was my intent to make everybody comfortable when they were here. The 102nd is one of the smallest units assigned to CTAP. However, the mission that you perform is in no way small. You've not only had the responsibility for providing all the dental care in Vicenza and Camp Darby communities, but you have also provided dental care for soldiers and their families in 3 countries spread over 2 continents. To accomplish this task alone is a full-time job. But when you look at some of the detractors that have been placed in your path, you can all truly be proud of your efforts. In the past 3 years, you experienced the disruptions caused by Desert Shield, Desert Storm, and the numerous palms. You prepared the 325 Airborne Combat Team dentally for their deployment to provide comfort. Upon the return 6 months later, you worked long hours once again to get the soldiers dentally fit to prepare them for the future deployment. You felt the impact of the drawdown by seeing our organization get even smaller. We went through an installation closure in Sinop, Turkey, with resulting closure of our dental facility and all the logistical problems involved. You met all those challenges and at the same time continued to provide uninterrupted dental services to all members of the respective CTAF communities, to include family members, retirees and their families, and Department of the Army civilians. This is truly something to be proud of. I'd be totally remiss if I did not mention the tremendous support role our civilian workforce has played in helping the dental activity meet its goals and missions. Your efforts were instrumental in allowing us to continue providing dental care to our communities while our soldiers were training for their wartime missions. You have been the heart and soul of our TDA mission, and I thank you for your outstanding support. I want to thank CTAF and all of its support activities for taking care of my soldiers and their families. Vicenza and Camp Darby have truly been communities of excellence and have always put the soldiers and their families first. Lastly, I'd like to thank Jackie, my wife, for her patience and support over the past 3 years. Anyone who has ever commanded and had a wife by his side knows that words can't express their value as a lifeline. The 102nd will be inactivating in November of this year. However, the dental activity will remain to carry on its TDA mission and will continue to provide dental services for CTAF communities as long as there are communities to support. I confidently turn the command over to Pat Moore, who assumes command as the interim commander, and I want to personally thank you, Pat, and Connie for accepting this challenge. Soldiers of the 102nd, I salute you. Job well done. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the incoming commander, Lieutenant Colonel Patrick H. Moore.
I don't need glasses yet, but I do need the cards. The thing about going third is they said a lot of what I want to say. I've been in a unique position to have worked with these people in the unit the last 2 years, and Colonel Flipson went through the list of accomplishments and things that they've done, and the way they perform has just been outstanding. A few other things. One thing in the dental corps, in the dental field, we keep track of a lot of statistics and things. And I was reading through a survey, and one of the things I noticed that they put in there was a bar graph concerning income and hours worked. And I noticed that our captains, the bulk of the guys providing the dental care, they're in the top 5% of hours worked and the bottom 5% of income. So Uncle Sam's getting their money's worth. They're hard workers, they're excellent clinicians, and I'm proud to be associated with them, and they'll continue. We couldn't do it without our ancillary staff, our enlisted, our assistants. In these days and times, dental assisting has changed. Infection control and sterility has made their job 5 times as hard. normal situation of private office is 2 or 3 assistants per doctor. They're doing the work of 2 or 3 assistants usually, and they're doing it well. I'd sit at any chair in the clinic and know that everything was up to par and done correctly. Once again, the other person I'd like to thank is Colonel Flipson. He's the one that's provided us with all the supplies, the materials, everything, the personnel, these times of drawdowns and cutbacks. Somehow he's gotten us everything we need to do the job, and so that we can concentrate on patient care. It's been a great 2 years for me because of that. I've been able just to concentrate on treating patients and doing that part of the job. They say you only go around once in life. I've had the opportunity to go around twice. Colonel Flipson and I were in Augsburg together. I was a young captain. With a lot of questions, he was always answering my questions, whether it was from how to make a space maintainer hit a backhand on the racquetball court. He did that. He's been a great friend, and when I heard he was coming here, I thought, boy, that would be the best thing I could hope for, come here as an orthodontist, and it's worked out. It's been a great 2 years, and I hope to continue the things he's done. General Brady and his office has supplied us with the needs and the personnel and whatnot to continue to provide the care, and the community here has really backed us up. We've got, with the ACOE money, they provided a computer program to help with orthodontic diagnosis. The orthodontist appreciates that. It's bringing the care in the 21st century for the people here in Vicenza. It's fantastic. We've had help in other ways from the community, and it's helped us to achieve our goal. Our goal is to be perfect. We know that's not a place, it's a direction. Colonel Flipson has got us in that direction, and we're just going to keep heading that way. I want to thank you.
Please stand for the playing of the Army song. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony. Thank you for attending.
dozen times. But then they kept cutting my mic off on me, and then they would screw me up. You know, I'd start to say it, and it wouldn't come out. So, but that's okay. I think it went pretty well. Isn't that nice? Really? Yeah. Captain Dobson got the troops and gave us a little guidance. I was the one that got the club set up, and all the flags set up, and all the programs and invitations and all. Got the club set up.
That's a Maryland good friend.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we don't play around. Oh, remember I was telling you we had another Marylander in Fort Washington, Maryland? Our usher, the black girl. She's from Fort Washington, Maryland. There she is. Sergeant Cook! Sergeant Cook! Sergeant Cook! Sergeant Cook! She's busy. I know it. Oh man, they wonked up on the Tigers, didn't they? I wanted to introduce you to Captain Coleman. She's a Marylander from Baltimore, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from Fort Washington. It's in the metropolitan area.
Yeah, like on the Potomac River.
Right by Andrews Air Force Base. I went towards the end.
Well, sort of.
Suburb.
Just got
2 months. It's okay. It'll be better once we get somewhere to live.
Oh,
you still at the guest house? The hotel. We're in Hotel Victoria. How long you been here? I've been here since Well, when it's time for me to leave, I'm gonna be ready. Well, thanks. Yeah, I was just thinking this weekend, I know my family is having a big crab feast.
Oh, goodness.
Crabs and clams.
I'm going back in September.
Potatoes.
My son's going to University of Maryland, California. So I'm going to go back just for 2 weeks to kind of see how he's doing. My dad,
I wish you could shoot this crab.
I wish I could bring back some.
Yeah, they don't have it. I don't think, do they have them over here?
No,
Not like ours.
our blue crabs,
No, they don't have it like that.
Well, at least we got SUV over there.
This is really nice.
This is just something, I like to do these things, and then I'll get him a copy of it. Do you have any problems with it?
Nope.
All right.
Hey, what's up?
This was the cameraman.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I messed it all up. Nah, it was good. What's on it?
This is local news from AFN Vicenza. I'm Air Force Sergeant John Haynes. Last week, the Defense Base Closure and Realignment Commission released the latest list of casualties in the battle to draw down. Army Sergeant Felix Vallone reports on one of the units at Caserma Ederle affected by this decision.
The question of which units affected by the drawdown was answered last week when the Defense Base Closure and Realignment Commission released the list of units being closed or realigned. According to that list, which appeared in the Stars and Stripes, Caserma Ederle will lose the 412th Base Support Battalion and the 10th Finance Support Unit will be realigned with the Finance Unit in Germany. But one of the biggest concerns to Vicenza community residents is what will happen to medical services. According to the Stars and Stripes list, the 45th Field Hospital will be downgraded to a clinic and the 102nd Medical Detachment will be inactivated. Even though the 102nd cases its colors in November of this year, they aren't going away entirely.
Well, the 102nd is our TONE portion of our activity. We're a TDA and the TONE organization. The dental activity is the TDA, and the 102nd is our TONE portion. What we are doing is basically inactivating the 102nd Medical Detachment TONE mission. So the TONE portion of our mission will be going away. What we will end up being is strictly a TDA organization, which means we will not have a wartime deployable mission.
Vicenza military community residents can rest easy that dental services won't be reduced. If anything, Colonel Flipson says, they should get better.
It virtually will have no effect at all on the level of service that's been provided in the past. Like I said, assets were not involved as far as the inactivation. So the level of care and availability of care, in fact, may improve because a lot of our training requirements will now not be required, and this will allow them to spend more time basically treating in garrison, providing that type of care.
In tomorrow's report, we'll take a look at some of the other effects that the drawdown will have on Caserma Ederle residents. In Vicenza, Italy, I'm Army Sergeant Felix Vallone, AFN News.
Caserma Ederle's Golden Lion Club was the scene of the 102nd Medical Detachment change of command ceremony today. Colonel Ronald Flipson passed the unit's colors to Lieutenant Colonel Patrick Moore. Lieutenant Colonel Moore acts as the interim commander for the 102nd until the unit's new commander comes on board. Colonel Flipson held the reins of the unit since July of 1990. He goes on to the dental activity at Fort Lewis, Washington. The 102nd's new commander will be Colonel James Cartwright from Fort Jackson, South Carolina. He joins us at the end of this month. Well,